Warning: the following content may not be suited for younger or sensitive audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
You rest of your day and good morning and all that.
Also, use a gun.
No.
Anyway, moving on. Who wants to recap?
Silver does.
Hang on, do I have GM inspiration? I can try recap. Do I? I do. Never mind.
You can recap even if you don't have, even if you haven't.
Alright, so I need to try. My brain just forgot everything last week. What the fuck?
That sucks.
I can recap, but if I recap, I'm giving the DM inspiration to Max.
And then I just roll a 1d5 to give it to whoever.
I think we all have DM inspiration.
Shit. Do you?
I don't.
There's only 5 of us.
Then Kirsten,
so-
you recap.
Eli and Kirsten are up for the grabs of the DM inspiration if someone else does recap. Silver, do you have DM inspiration?
I don't remember what happened last week. I'm not gonna.
Silver, if you're speaking, we cannot hear you.
Last week was a lot of character development, in all honesty.
Wasn't it just a bunch of private character moments?
Yep. And information gathering.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It was just a bunch of private moments and information gathering, so I don't remember because my character wasn't involved in most of it.
Yes, I do have Demon Inspiration.
Oh,
Okay.
I vaguely remember. It was a bunch
Okay.
of. I can attempt recap.
Go for it. If you don't, I will.
It was mainly just people were doing different stuff in the mirrors. I don't remember everyone who did stuff. I know, gosh, I'm not gonna do this in order, but I know Orc contacted a bunch of people. Nihilus contacted a bunch of people. I don't remember all the information everyone got because God was it a buttfuck of information in last week.
I apologize out of character, but in character I needed it.
Nihilus saw
No, because
something.
yeah.
Not tell the party, and I'm clarifying that. So
Yeah. I don't remember a lot of the mirror stuff just because it was a bunch of personal stuff for characters. But then I remember the moment where it's Nihilus, Orc, and Zenith and all of them went to Orc's little thing because they were doing the potion thing. It was just a lot of character moments.
Yeah, Orc wanted to do potions, proceeds to get forged, caged, and Zone of Truth.
Yeah. Because they decided to go, fuck you, Orc.
They did!
Know what you're saying. What you're thinking. Yeah.
I had moments planned for that, but yeah.
Now you know that if you want to run from your problems,
Why are you crunchy? Why
You're
are
crunchy.
you deep fried?
You're crunchy! Do you want me to fix the crunchiness?
Oh yeah, also Astro was there. Astro was there for the Nihilus and Orc moments.
I fixed it.
No, you did not.
Oh god, is it still bad? Shit.
Yes. Oh wait, stop.
It's-
Speak again.
It's not bad.
The gain was really high, so
Oh.
Ooh.
You sound really close to your microphone.
Yeah.
I am really close to my mic.
Okay, now that you backed away, you're fine.
I still turned him
It's-
down to 50%.
Oh yeah, I have a 140. Just because he's a little loud, but we're good, we're good.
Kirsten, everyone's loud for you. That wasn't supposed to be an insult or anything. That was just me trying to spit facts.
But Levi, what I said was, now you know that if you run from your problems, Astro will catch you.
He can try.
meanwhile, Nihilus doesn't talk about his problems because he doesn't make it obvious. Sometimes I clarify this. Sometimes it is obvious.
Man, Ayana, bro, you're too loud.
But yeah. That's pretty much it, because I don't remember the specifics of a lot of the mirror stuff.
Idris told us about the prophecy as well. That was about
Oh
it.
yeah, the prophecy moment at the end, but
Prophecy.
it was I forget the exact phrasing. It's probably written down somewhere in one of the chats. but it was about like blood having to spill blood, basically.
That's that
Kin
one of
against
us
kin,
has
blood
to
rivers
kill.
run. Yeah.
One of us has to kill one of our kin. So
Yes.
who's gonna do it first, or who's gonna be forced to do
See,
it?
the funny thing about that, because I was talking about that with Eli, is this entire party is very family oriented in their own way. Everyone had a
Exactly.
lot of kin.
Me, who has kin all throughout the entire world.
Yeah.
I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's between Idris and
But-
Orchid.
I feel like it's Idris or Soule only because we're
Who took the
just because of like yeah.
who is going to take the DM inspiration?
Kirsten.
I think Kirsten can
Okay.
take it.
Okay. Moving on.
It's not the best recap, but it was a lot of personal stuff, so it's hard to recap that.
It was a good recap for a person who does not recap very often. I gotta think. So, I believe where we last left off, you guys were standing around getting the grim news that you are going to kill. One of you may have to kill your family. Unless we moved on from that and I've forgotten.
No,
We
we
had
left
moved
off there.
Okay.
Oh, I thought we
Okay.
moved on from it. All right.
Okay. I wanted to make sure because my memory's a little foggy.
Foghorn noises.
Let me get this on board.
Do not. Fuck me, Jesus Christ.
No.
It's Jason Bourne.
Sorry, my water bottle is like on the side of my bed and it just moved slightly and it scared me because it drug against the wall. Okay. Let's move on.
Now for today's sponsor, water bottle.
Shut up. Anyway. So, how are you guys taking this information?
Nihilus isn't saying anything, and he's just gonna casually go outside and just make sure Calypso's still moving because he has nothing to say to anyone right now.
Calypso is still moving.
Yep, and he's gonna.
Can
there.
I have you roll a perception check?
Oh boy!
You're starting off right with it, aren't you, Cameron?
I have to
I didn't think this would escalate this fast.
Use your sniffer.
at my old notes.
You know what, Max?
I wrote out a chart because I was trying to be a good DM.
Wait, can I use my sniffer or do I have to use my eyeballs?
This, for specific, is... You can
Hearing?
use both. You can use both.
Okay, so I'm gonna smell.
Smells the cocaine in the air.
I don't know if I might pick that up, but...
Did you go?
No, I just snorted into my mic. Oh,
Oh, natural 20.
27?
Starting off strong, Cam.
So it starts simple. You kind of feel that burning feeling in the back of your throat when you smell smoke, but you don't quite smell it yet. Or you don't quite fully smell it yet. Just when you inhale smoke and you get that burning feeling in the back of your throat, that's what you're feeling right now.
Okay.
And then it looks like it's starting to snow.
This isn't snow, is it?
It's not. It's ash.
Nihilus
Yes,
is...
Calypso. Oh, no, you go.
No. What's Calypso doing?
I was just gonna say, I was continuing the scene on, but please say what Nihilus reacts to this.
I was gonna have him go into the cart and tell the party, but you tell me what Calypso's doing.
Calypso keeps moving, because you haven't told her to stop. And with a nat 20, I mean, very easily, you would have gotten this with a 10. You see the trees start to thin out. And you see the ground is now pale and dead and bloodstained. And you can see the smoldering ash, and you can see the smoldering embers in certain places where something big has landed and exploded and hit. and this
I
just
am-
goes on.
I'm just gonna tell the party to either look out the windows in the kitchen or come out to like where like the driver's seat is.
Well, I mean, Oric and Zenith will come out to where the driver's seat is.
And by this time now, you guys have gotten close enough that you are just in this kind of no man's land area, and you can hear the distant noises of a battle. And you can see where trenches have been dug and where they have caved in and blown up. You can see holes in the grounds which you can once presumed were foxholes that were dug out. Which I hope you guys know what a fucking foxhole is.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like it's a tunnel through land.
Okay.
Right.
I wanted to make sure of that.
Yeah, we know what a foxhole is. We're not dumb. Well, most of us are.
Nice. I had to
swear to
dig
God.
foxholes, so don't you fucking worry about whether I know what they are. Or not.
I know you know what they are. But
I do want
there's
to. Oh God.
Nope.
Okay, so I want to rush to the kitchen to look at the mirrors, and I'm gonna look for Ginora's sister and fiance.
They are still at the castle.
I'm gonna check the rest of Kinora's friends. Just like don't take time to describe them. Just like say if they're like fine or whatever.
Most of them are fine. They're either strategizing or training. No one is on this side of the continent. The closest that anyone is Kinora's fiance and sister.
Nihilus is going to check the storm guard real quick, real quick, so we're not doing this again.
You see the same landscape.
They're here.
They're here.
Ah.
Which one?
But they're further out. They are where the battle is currently. This is just where the battle has been and moved on.
Is the fighting over?
No, it's long since over. I mean, Cameron, you can hear it even within the cart. Like you can hear trebuchets firing in the distance. You can hear this large thump of something mechanical going off, followed by a distant explosion a couple seconds later. This is very much a live battlefield. It's just the war has moved on from this area.
I'm just going to mention Zenith or Zon. Sorry, I'm going to try and use their real names. It's going to tell Calypso to speed it up just a bit, please.
Calypso will do so.
As much as Nihilus wants to jump out the window and go join, they got bigger fish to fry right now, so yay!
Also, to anyone who goes...
Go ahead, Silver.
I was to say, Astral at this point, he has made his way outside, and he's still on the cart, but he has made outside, and he is looking in the direct. I'm guessing, can we all hear the battle going on? Like, can we obviously hear it in the distance, or was it only him? Like, was it only him that could hear it?
I mean, all of you can hear this.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
I mean, yeah.
And Astral, since you stepped outside, this is what I was going to mention. Anyone who comes outside has an air bubble popped around their head, so that's the falling ash doesn't get into their lungs. Yeah.
I mean, the air bubble doesn't really stop. It stops the ash. It does not stop the smell of burning flesh and gunpowder and rot permeating your nose.
Rot, you say?
Stop it.
You literally you used his trigger word, Max.
Zill's like,
You can't make an entire race that is my character's family smell like that, and then me be like, ooh, right? Ooh,
Kirsten, it's Kirsten's trigger word, Max. You should know this.
it is. Anyway.
So I'd say Astral's going to like ready himself for a fight, because so does it sound like we're heading directly towards the fight, or we might pass by it?
It
Like we're
sounds.
heading like
It's kind of hard to tell.
okay. Did I have a spell for this? I think I might have.
You have a spell for everything.
I'm a fucking wizard. Wizards have spells for pretty much everything. Okay, let me.
Except for curing themselves of diseases. Oh, music change.
Also, Idris, I will say, this is worse than, than how the 20-year war went. Because the 20-year war may have been long, but, I mean, it never destroyed miles of land like this.
Just trying to double check the air bubble spell, make sure, it's purified air. Chemical warfare and all. Max understands my my worry.
Smart man. I mean, this entire, I don't know if you've sensed if you've picked up what I'm laying down, but I think you have.
Oh yeah, don't worry. It lasts for 24 hours, just so you are aware.
So Max, I want to try and improve a spell.
Okay.
I want to try and improve invisibility so that it affects the entire cart and Calypso.
Okay.
Basically,
Calypso
like a cloak on the cart. So yeah.
Okay. Please roll an Arcana check.
May I assist him?
What the fuck was that?
Yeah,
I dropped my mic.
What the fuck, Silver?
It's down there now. Oh. Hang on. Oh, okay, got it.
Calypso also has one on her head. And may I assist Silver in the Arcana check?
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to assist me? Okay.
So Silver can have advantage?
Do you have the spell?
Yes, I do have invisibility. I also have it naturally.
Then yes, you may assist him.
Silver, go. For bulk power. Oh.
37.
Yeah, you managed to do so.
Okay,
Only
yeah,
manage.
So basically it's just going to affect anything touching the cart and Calypso, so we're just invisible as we're heading towards, because I don't want us to get spotted and, oh hey, they're in trebuchet range.
I would like to say that because of the debris that has been roughed up, from
they could just kind of see Ash just kind of like moving in that direction.
You know what?
Because of the debris that has been roughed up, the sky is completely blocked out. And Zenith or Zon, you would know that the debris is this roughed up because of the trebuchets. And what is essentially my world's equivalent to artillery.
Ah, chemical warfare inbound.
And like anti-airship rifles. Not rifles, anti-airship guns.
Anti-aircraft guns, yeah. Like basically.
Close enough. It's not for aircraft; it's for dragons.
Yep, it's your version of howitzers, pretty much.
It would be AD guns then, anti-dragon guns.
But speaking of that, because Zenith Zon, you're kind of familiar with them because where you're from, sun dragons and red dragons are kind of a problem because they're assholes.
Yeah.
So,
I deal with older suns.
And you just happen to look up at this ashen sky, and you see not lightning, but you see a flash and the silhouette of a dragon, a massive fucking dragon, being taken down
Over top of
as
us?
something not over top, but somewhere in the distance. But you see the silhouette of a massive fucking dragon getting taken down by one of these guns.
And then, like a second later,
so-
since we're so far away, you hear.
Mhm.
It's like just how sound travels.
Zahn is just gonna go, hey, Calypso, might want to hurry up just a lot.
She's just moving as fast as she can without
So
making
Max,
presence
I
too
wanna
known.
ask, because of how versatile unicorn magic is, does Astral kind of like get the gist of what those things are? Because I know the
I mean,
equestrians probably have something similar, but it's magic.
it doesn't take very much to figure out what the fuck just happened.
Yeah,
Because while it's not
like
a big common knowledge for anyone who's not like, fortified or been around military their most of their life, it's not very hard to figure out.
yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone can recognize the sound of a really big fucking gun.
Yeah,
And the fact that it took down a dragon with one shot.
an ancient dragon,
Oh, it was an ancient dragon.
a massive
Okay,
fucking dragon.
took down an ancient
Yeah.
dragon with one shot. Okay.
These guys are not fucking red. They're not fucking red.
And Astral's gonna look to the rest of the party and just say, "Okay, we've got to come up with a plan while we're still out of range of those guns." Nothing.
Listen, if we can just keep this up, we should be fine. I can see if I can find a merchant pass. They typically don't. The fighters typically avoid those areas. If they disrupt the merchant trade, they disrupt their food.
Well, that's what helped us get around the battle, but what we need is a bird's eye view. But it is very likely that one of us will be shot down if we go up there.
Very
Or-
likely.
Or just kind of like, whoosh, bird.
And Astro's just gonna look to Auric and just say, if one of those guns can take down an ancient dragon with one shot, what do you believe it's going to do to you?
You see him like simply, like he pulls out a scroll and he kind of like does some weird magic, like hand, like like flapping of his wings, and a little bubble forms around him.
The
And
fuck is that
Kane-
gonna
It
do?
took down an ancient dragon with one shot.
And Kane is just gonna look over to Zenith and just be like, "Get your kid."
It's like, I'm keeping this cloaked for now, so we can possibly avoid getting targeted. But if you happen to know a trade route around this area, that would be very helpful.
All I can recommend is look for a frequently traveled path, enough so that there are gonna be indents.
Auric, I assume you would know the most about this sort of thing, given your affinity with nature. If it's okay with Zenith, I believe you can fly forward, not up, fly forward and see if you can find us a path.
Orc's already gone.
Okay.
He's go. He like as soon as you said he can go and fly forward, he'll go. He's gone.
Or
All right.
Yo, what up? The
so
bubble
you're
is the bubble is anti-life shell, just so you are aware.
okay.
Yeah.
So you're flying along, and you do find the merchant's path.
But- sorry.
And
Right.
I need a perception check.
Advantage because I'm a bird.
Sure.
Yay!
Advantage because you're in the sky.
Yay!
I could just imagine we see him fly away, then we hear it. We just see him go. Like just the entire sky explodes.
He just eviscerated
21.
It's just disintegrated.
Or-
Astral.
Is that higher than my passive? That's higher than my passive is Auric.
Where is it? There it is. That's what I need.
I forgot I had so freaking many pets.
I have to find this thing. Because... And of course, it's going to be difficult.
You know,
That sucks. I forgot he just didn't have that. Anyway,
what are you looking at?
I was looking at something. Anyway, so I'm going to...
He's rolling.
That's the
Stealth. He's rolling stealth.
That's the DM response. None of your fucking business.
I can't
Not
take
really.
which it. Oh my god. You know what's hilarious about that, Max? Lucky.
Okay.
Oh.
You know what? Okay.
Rolls another natural 20.
It's
Okay.
18.
Oof.
I'm going to... So, you see a person peek out from the tree line.
Mm-hmm.
And they seem to be looking for something.
Oh. Oh, shit. We were told about the silver armor, right?
Mm-hmm. You were told about the silver.
Is this person
Do-
wearing
does
silver
Auric-
armor?
Does Auric recognize the armor at all?
You do not.
He's gonna send transmissions over to Zenith. Does Zenith recognize this?
No.
Joking
Is
with
it-
eye, right? I'm kidding. I know I don't see it.
So, Zenith is gonna like look to the party and say, Auric found some guy in silver armor with some sort of like weird sword. Looks like it looks like a key, and it's the blade. It's like a blade key or something.
The fuck? What?
Do you mean a keyblade?
No, I mean a blade key.
What's the difference?
I do not care. And like Ash was like, I do recall seeing silver armor back in the crossover town that we just left. I didn't get a good look. All I saw was the silver sheen of armor. I think this person may be tailing us.
Well, that's ahead of us, so ambush.
Max, the type of symbol that he was describing, would Zill like recognize it as any form of like group or anything, or any like, hired mercenary from past or anything? Like, would it?
Well, Max, didn't you say he was just wearing just regular old silver armor? It didn't really have any insignias on it, or?
Auric said that not the insignias, but like what Auric described, because Auric also described like a blade key.
And,
the key.
and-
Yeah.
Yes, Kirsten.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. What would I know?
You know nothing. Other than that description matches someone very, very familiar.
Who does it match?
A person you saw on your last day in the void before you had to leave. A person who kneeled before the monster you're running from.
I feel like that's something Kirsten knows that we don't.
Oh. Well, Max, I remember that. You should DM me who that is specifically, because I forget who it is. Because we talked about that a while ago.
Auric also wants to know if he should, distract the person.
Yeah. I would say, fuck.
He's saying he'll turn into a whale and crush them.
That's excessive.
Zenith's describing this, Zill would immediately perk up and just be like, avoid them, like, at all costs. Like, she would just, like, immediately tell them to avoid them at all costs.
Oh, alright. Hey, yeah, Auric. I'm not letting you crush anybody as a whale. Get back here.
And Oric's like, "Aww."
And Astral just says, should all probably go inside in the hope that the cloaking of the cart is enough to hide us from whoever
Niles
the fuck
was
it
already
is.
in the cart. He already and when he said that.
I forgot I have like 3 bubbles. I have a bubble around me. I have a bubble on my vest, and then I have a bubble around my head.
Triple bubble.
Triple bubble. I also forget I'm resistant to cold damage sometimes. Yeah.
I would also like to point out anyone paying attention, because I know like some party members do pay attention, they would see actually a look of fear on Zill's face, which is something they have only ever seen one other time, which was when we were dealing with the
Orcithics.
fucking
Corsithix, yeah. The god.
Oh, we lost
No.
Max. Max
the
is dead.
DM
Max.
died.
Oh.
All right.
Max
Not
fucking
Corsithix,
died.
I was-
Alright, guys, I need you
the
all to
like
roll initiative.
angel characters.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ,
okay.
I died. Okay, anyway. Hey, I'm back. and
I also did want to mention, like, Zill, as you were looking like that, Idris would have been looking at Zill, so he'd kind of like raise an eyebrow as like he can't really give anything off to show that he's actually like understanding like emotions, so he's just like having a look with a raised eyebrow, but Zill would just be like knowing how he is, that he's asking if she's okay.
I'll be honest, she wouldn't even acknowledge it, because I don't think she would see it, because she's like keeping her eyes like on the front of the cart and out to like the horizon, like heavily, like she's on guard. She looks very defensive right now.
So that's a bad face.
Astral just says, everybody inside. Let's make sure we're not talking out in the open so he can hear us.
We are inside Astral.
The only person I ever heard say go inside was Nihilus. That's the only person that I heard say they went inside. So
You're
I assumed like most of us were inside and there was
Yeah.
a couple people outside.
Astral, you and Oric are the only two outside.
I don't ever assume that, but yeah, Astral will stay outside because he's the one concentrating on the spell. He has to stay outside.
Yeah.
He would just tell Calypso to go rather slow. Like once we start getting close to where Oric said this person was, just slow down a little bit and try to see if we can sneak past this person.
Zill will be inside, but I'm assuming there's like windows, which like
there.
I'm gonna say she's definitely keeping an eye out the window. Like
Idris
she's observant.
Just whatever you do, don't stick your head out of the window because you will not be protected by the invisibility anymore.
But Astral,
Eli?
I was
Wait,
gonna
what's that,
say
Eli?
that Idris. I was gonna say that Idris was gonna just stand by Zill and kind of also look out the window, but stay inside.
he's trying to stay out of the
Max,
doghouse.
do you want me to just go ahead and roll a perception check for just
Sure.
while going by? Because she's just like she is hyper vigilant right now.
Can Astral also roll one since he's on the
Oh.
I was just gonna say Oric is going to keep an eye out on the guy. Like he's gonna fly around.
You know what? Where is it? Where is my little dice bag? My little dicey wicey bag.
May I request that I re-roll that / roll with advantage instead because of fear in hypervigilance?
Idris, do you have proficiency in perception?
I do not.
Hey Kirsten.
Hey, I do.
Tell me, do you want me to use it?
I mean, Cameron said that he has proficiency, so he can give
Oh,
Kirsten
yeah,
advantage.
okay.
I will allow that.
Okay, I'll just do that instead.
And
Kirsten's
that
really
might be-
afraid.
and
Kirsten's
might be
really
also-
Like 22. That's better.
Oh, there it is.
Wait, did you say that Nihilus was giving Kirsten advantage? Because I don't have advantage in
Yeah, Nihilus
perception.
was.
Okay, I
Because
just
he has
wanted to make
proficiency.
sure because I didn't hear him say anything.
Yeah.
Oh, where the fuck did that go? Oh well, I'll just fucking roll
Oh.
somewhere
Yeah, no.
else. Anyway, moving on. Let me step myself up so I can roll this real quick. It's a metal dice, so I don't want to roll on my computer.
Boom.
I don't know where my dice tray went. That's a great question.
It's in. Yeah, it's there.
It's
under
there.
your pillow.
It's somewhere.
Isaac ate
It's.
it.
Isaac ate
better
it.
not have fucking
I'm
I
adding
shared it
him.
with Isaac.
dice tray. Kirsten,
What?
Wait,
did you-
It was
Did you guys?
great.
we
Did
were
you guys eat
trying.
chips tonight?
We're trying to convince Isaac to stop eating random shit. I found something that I can
Okay,
use.
but like for the bit, you know?
That's
Well,
not-
I did see you guys actually eating chips out of it earlier, so it makes sense.
Yeah, we
That
ripped
would
it
be
apart. We like toasted it.
Okay,
Oh,
We like
21.
was dipping it in salsa.
so
sorry.
Kirsten,
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
as you were watching out this window,
Oh.
you for a split second see this person. Like, you know where his eye should be. And you lock eyes with him for a split second. Fun fact.
would- Uh-huh.
Can't really hide invisible things from someone who can see through invisibility.
Yep, that's what I thought.
I would like to
I'm
say-
guessing. Oh,
Sorry, I just want to do this one thing real quick. The moment she would make eye contact for that split second, she would immediately like drop. Like she like you know when you like are like watching someone out a window and they like see you and you like go to hide and like move to the ground. Basically that, but like out of fear. And then she would
You-
kind of just look a little panicked.
meanwhile, Nihilus is standing right beside her. Is like, "You good?"
Idris is also standing there, so I wanted to ask, did Zil like grab them also and pull them down, or are they both just standing
she would have
there now?
she would have just dropped.
Because I mean, with seeing that, Idris would probably be able to put two and two together that she saw something more so the thing they're looking for, right, Max?
Yeah.
So he's gonna grab Nihilus and kind of shove him down while
what's your-
looking out the window still, trying to see if he can see this person.
Roll a perception check.
Nihilus being grabbed by the shirt, just nearly face planted.
This
to
does
the
not
ground.
work very well because it keeps fucking over my dice, and I can't use it if it does.
Right after he does his perception
Screws up
check,
my dice.
I'm gonna have Zil say something. But I'm gonna let you do the perception check first. Oh.
That's horrible. That's an 11.
Yeah, you don't see jack shit.
Next,
Okay.
can I also roll since I'm on the front of the cart driving it?
Sure.
Okay, let's give it a shot.
Roll at disadvantage because he is on the side of the cart. I mean, that's where he was last seen. Great question. If he's still there.
Oric is still in the sky. Can he see him?
Roll perception with advantage.
Which is advantage. Hiya! Hiya!
Shit. Fuck.
After you guys roll your perception checks, I'm gonna have Zil say stuff.
That's a 15.
Natural 20 for a total of 29.
So, fun fact.
Damn, the nat 20's tonight.
You do happen to, you see nothing, Astral, but you see him, fucking Orc, you see him, and you see him dipping further into the woods.
With my passive insight of 19, do I know what he may or may not be doing? Like, can I kind of tell at all what he's planning at all?
Not really. Because it looks like
Okay.
he's just moving away from you.
Hold on, I'm rolling something real quick.
And he's gone. You lost him.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I'm casting Force
Oh.
Cage, but
Well,
okay.
I was gonna say.
Listen, I just re-rolled his stealth, and he got a nat 20. So.
Oh, he's
Aw.
gone.
Aw.
Anyway,
I would like to say, literally, like the
on.
moment Zil drops, she's going to kind of yell at the window.
I mean,
for Astral to
would
get
anyone
inside, and we
else
need
like
to get it
to
going
look
because it's
around,
not
look about?
working.
I cannot. There's a bunch of people talking. What did you say?
Yeah, Kirsten was talking Max with love.
I heard all I heard was Astral. What were you saying?
After everyone rolls it, like did their perception when like looking around, like the moment Zill would have like made eye contact to drop, she would have like breathed for a moment before she would have like not yelled, but like, you know, talked loudly at the window so Astral couldn't hear. She would have told him to get the fuck in the cart, like panically, and tell get
I'm
Calypso
back.
to just get going.
What'd you
Hi,
say?
Max.
I just died.
Oh, that explains it. Okay. Zill yelled at the cart out the cart, talked loudly in a panic for Astral to get in, drop the spell. It's not working anyway, and tell Calypso to get moving. And then she also would have told Zenith to like have Oric get back on the cart or make his way and like follow us.
Okay.
Yeah. Oric's just gonna perch on top of the cart, and he's gonna cast
Yeah.
haste on Calypso.
And she gets smoothing. She's hauling ass.
I would like to say
Schmooping.
Zill is like sitting on the floor, like on her butt, like hands propping herself up. She looks extremely panicked. She's like leaning against the side of the cart. She looks extremely panicked.
Oric says have cheesecake.
I cannot eat. I'm fine.
Oh.
I
Told
would
you it
take
wasn't for you.
cheesecake if no one's good. Never mind.
And like Astral just gets Calypso moving. He's like, he doesn't do the whoosh, because that you know that'd be disrespectful. He's like, Calypso, can you like
She's moving.
yeah like yeah like
She doesn't need to be told twice to go fast,
probably
let's be honest.
even before he said anything, she just starts taking off down the road.
Funny if he like, just flies back into the open door or something.
I did realize that we never actually did find what we were looking for.
We weren't
Like,
looking for anything.
Yeah, we were looking for well-trodden paths to see if we can
We
find
did
a
find
merchant
it.
out.
You did
We
find
did.
it. You did find it.
I'm
I-
assuming
I was
Max just
told
assumed
that-
that we were going.
I was
It
told
was-
I thought we only found that guy.
You found Oric found the path. The guy
okay.
was just there.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm assuming you assumed that we were going on that
Yeah.
path.
Do you guys head to the path?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah. So
If that's
you
what,
find
that's
it
what
fairly
Kane
easily.
said, yeah.
And once you guys get to the path, Calypso does slow down a bit. But she does keep a healthy pace.
And
I would say that Astral is going to stay on the front of the cart so he can keep a lookout, but he is going to drop the spell. Like, he is going to drop invisibility.
A
hey.
random thought occurs sometimes. I wonder what Calypso's base movement speed is. But I'm kind of scared to know.
You really don't want to know.
hey, Astral, Oric wants to know if he should cast anti-life shell on the cart.
Well, I would say hold off for a moment. I don't suspect we are being targeted by any weaponry, and Kane said herself that they do not attack these routes because this is where the food comes from.
We then see an explosion about 15 feet away from the cart.
Are you
Then
outside or
you're
inside
up.
the cart?
Say one more time.
Are you outside or inside the cart?
Astro said he was still sitting outside the cart, making sure Calypso was going the right way.
Okay.
As is Oric.
So as you guys are talking, and like Astral, you specifically say that Kane said that they don't attack this route because this is where the food come from. You hear someone say, "Oh, you're right about that. They certainly don't touch this path."
And Astra's like, wait, he's going to look around and see if he could see where that voice is coming from.
So you see. Let me. You know what? Fuck it. I'll roll.
gotta roll for what I see?
What's your passive?
Oh shit! Let me take a look.
Time to cast Tsunami.
Oh shit! Okay, now go back. Fuck! Stop fucking up, you piece of shit! You're fucking up on me again. My passive is. Come on, scroll up, motherfucker. 23.
Yeah, you don't see anything. Like, you could tell that there was a person there, but you don't know where the fuck they went.
And Astra's like, is there someone over here?
And you hear the slight rustling of fabric, and do you look behind you?
Sure, I will look behind me.
You
Putting it-
come face to face with what looks to be kind of like it's a white cat mask that has red stripes on the cheeks. I gotta look at this to make sure it's right.
Wait a minute.
Um,
Wait a minute.
yeah, it has red stripes on the cheeks. And this person is currently hanging off like the roof of the cart, like the little hangover of the cart, by their legs. So they're hanging upside down. And as
Oh.
you turn around, they just go, boo.
Astra just looks at him like,
I would kill. I'm kidding.
If he won't cast it, I will.
Is that all you're going to say, or are you just going to hang there?
I mean, I can hang here all day. I don't have blood, so I don't have to worry about it.
Fair enough. Do you have a name?
Panther. You can call me
I don't
Panther.
like. I don't like how
I am
chosen
Astro.
is.
Might I ask what you're doing on our cart? Not that I dislike your company. It's just a surprise.
We.
No, I just got some curiosity. It's not often that I see people traveling through these parts.
Okay.
Just
And
realized
I'm guessing these parts are your home, or adjacent to it at least.
These parts are the place I'm kept. Stuck to, more like it.
Are you a spirit of some kind?
Wow, aren't you mighty knowledgeable?
Well, you said you did not have blood and you were bound to this place, so I just assumed you were some sort of spirit.
You would be correct.
Insight.
So, and
Roll insight.
okay, yeah, roll insight.
Passive of 19 or 19.
That this person is not lying.
Okay.
And you can
Well,
even if you take a certain look, like a closer look at them, you can see like kind of the wisps of energy coming off of them.
well, I hope we have not offended you by traveling through your
No.
place of.
I just
What would
wanted
be
to
the
make
correct-
sure.
Mhm.
Place of resting? I don't know. But or place of guardianship. Anyway, shit. I just came here to make sure you weren't disturbing things.
Oh no, we are trying to go around the disturbances.
Well,
We are.
I mean, everything beyond over here, and like, they kind of point or motion over to, if you're since you guys are heading north, the left side would be where the battle is going, and the right side would be completely calm, but still no man's land. But they would motion to like the right side and just be like, "I'm just making sure you don't meddle over there too much."
And is that the side that we saw the person in, or was that the
I
other
mean,
side?
they headed in that direction, but you don't know if they crossed this road. But do you look over there?
Yeah, I'll look over there.
So it's not very hard to see. But you see what you can only assume to be makeshift grave markers.
Ah.
Okay.
And by each one of these grave markers is some kind of children's toy.
Oh.
And Astral just says, "Are those your friends?"
Give or take. I guard them. Make sure
Hmm.
no one disturbs them. They've
I
had
would
enough.
not. Yes, I would not dare disturb the dead. Most of them deserve the rest they have. Well, we did see an individual crossing into that side of the woods, but we do not know what their intentions were or where they were heading. You probably already know of them, since it is your woods. But
And like you kind of see them think for a second, and it's almost as if they're trying to track something, but it's not going too well. And they kind of go, "So that's what that is."
These are.
This individual has been following us for some time. We're not sure of his intentions. Or
I'm not sure that's an individual. They taste weird. Blech.
Oh, wait a minute.
it's like, in what way?
I mean, like
They are not of this world?
and like their form flickers for a second, and they're suddenly standing up, or they're kind of standing up and motioning with their hands, and they say, when I figure out there's someone on this land, I can typically picture them and like taste their aura, know if they're good or bad. Some of you have some really stagnant auras, by the way, on here. I might want to get that fixed. But I just kind of couldn't picture them until you mentioned them, and they don't really. It's weird.
Does it
I
feel as
can-
if they are not of this world?
I mean, they're of this world, but it's old.
I see.
Can the rest of the party hear this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Zon's just gonna look to Zil.
Zill's still kind of just
Oh.
staring wide-eyed at the floor. Like, she's moved to a chair at this point, but she's very still. Like, even for her, she's very still, just staring at the floor.
Well, I can
I
only
wanna.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I also apologize for my background noise. But I mean, Idris probably would he'd kind of try to gauge if Zill was okay with being touched, but if she was, he'd kind of gently touch her shoulder and I guess in a somewhat comforting way, but also trying to get her out of her head. And he'd just gently call her name to see if she'd get to see if he'd get a reaction.
He would be completely responsive, where it's he can tell she heard him, but she doesn't respond.
Man, the sexual tension between these two characters.
It's not. It's not
She has more
sexual
sexual tension
bro.
between her and her teddy bear.
Anyways,
Anyway,
you just would
Astral
kind of
should continue talking to
squeeze.
Spirit.
I was gonna say you just would kind of squeeze her shoulder and just go, Zill, do you know who that was?
Yes and no. I don't know exactly who or what it was. All I know is what it serves. It's not something we should get in contact with.
And what does it serve?
At this, she would actually hesitate. This is you can tell this is something not even Idris knows. I am not on this plane by choice. There is a reason I have not been to the void in multiple centuries. There is a thing that found me and drove me from it. Whatever that thing outside in the forest is, serves that thing. So we should avoid it at all cost.
I'm gonna send you a DM real quick, Houston, because I think I know what you're talking about.
You probably
I also
do.
think I know. I also think I know what you're
Most of
talking
you
about.
probably do.
The answer might shock you.
The answer might shock you.
Cameron, shut the fuck up.
Actually, I think the answer wouldn't shock you, you know? I think
When does
most of
the
us know
answer
the
ever
answer.
shock us?
10 reasons why
I'm
the
gonna be
answer would
honest.
shock.
I probably forget what the answer is.
I probably don't know what the answer is because it's probably before I joined the previous campaign. Because I assume it's something from the previous campaign or
Oh my god.
Nope.
like
No.
Only the fact of
Shit. Fuck, man.
I'm not gonna
Christ.
say anything in order to spoil anything.
You know, I wonder what the answer is here, you know?
Okay,
Shut up.
Stop!
moving on.
Anyway.
No, sorry, you're gonna make me break character. I've already broken character. It's your fault.
So Astro's just gonna say it's like whoever they are, I can only assume they do not have good intentions, as they would have made themselves known by now if they did.
They're most likely just here to observe, for now at least. Which I think we should try to avoid at all costs.
Don't get close
We
to
don't
them.
need to. We do not
And
need to feed
we
that thing
did
more
not plan
I
it.
would like to say that when when Panther says don't get close to them, they don't point at Zill. They point at Idris.
Damn, that's hurtful.
Excuse me?
Do not
What
get
did
close
you do?
to Idris.
No, don't get close. Don't. I'm telling him to not get close to the thing. It.
Still has
Oh,
flashbacks
okay.
to things her
I had
mom
a
said to her.
character. I mean, you just would look up at the spirit because I mean, I guess like he Panther acknowledged them, like him, like they grabbed his attention type thing. Is that what I'm gauging from this?
Yeah.
Okay, because I mean, Idris would like look up to Panther when they said that and just raise an eyebrow and go, I assume nothing good of it would come.
I'm not sure about that, but they wouldn't. They're looking for you because they have memories of you.
The person that's in the woods right now is looking for me.
Yes.
Zill, as if like remembering something, would get up from her chair and like take a step back from Idris, like noticeably away from him, and she would just kind of be staring at him for a moment.
He's just gonna look at Zill and between Panther, and he's just going to raise an eyebrow and be like, is there something I'm completely missing?
Idris, a few months ago, right before I got switched through the realms, when we ran into my mother, she made a comment. She asked you why you smelled like the thing that drove me out of the void. I forgot about that till now. The tension.
Wait, what did Zill say?
Oh, was I too quiet?
Basically,
Yes.
Zill repeat.
I can just repeat it just like out of character real quick. She said that like a few months ago, whenever they ran to her mom made a comment, asking Idris why he smelled like the thing that, because like the way she phrased it was like, why do you smell like the thing that drove like keeps me away from my daughter, basically, because it was like, why do you smell like the thing that drove her out of the void? And that's like, and she's just kind of staring at Idris because she made that, and then she said that she forgot about that just until this moment.
I mean, Idris is going to look between the two of them and still seem confused because, he knows, of course, now apparently it has some connection to whoever any of this is, but he's just like, I don't understand, so I'm not sure what to say.
Well, it is possible that whenever Idris's soul was ripped away and he was dead for some time, that he had some sort of run-in with this creature, or something similar.
I don't think it was possible because when I was gone, I was in Corsandus's belly. Well, shit.
Max,
Sorry, that was out of
I know for
character.
a
So
fact that
basically an
Corsandus is
accident.
not connected to this
Um,
thing, right? Like, I know for a
you-
fact that they're
yes.
not connected.
They
Okay.
are not connected.
Yeah, I was just double
You just
checking that.
connected something. You just connected something, so I'm gonna like say it because I just realized as a player, and I was like, wait, you just would know that. But he'd go, no, when my soul was ripped from my body when I was dead, I was in a alternate dimension that Corsandus had created with the hand of God. So it wouldn't do that. But
Well,
what
what
brought me
about...
back was my grandson, and he's not of this dimension.
Yes,
Why am
I know of his
I?
kind, but is that the creature that drove her out to the void?
No, far from it. That thing is an ant to the thing that drove me from my home.
Did you say like antithesis? Is that what you said?
No,
An
it is an
ant.
ant.
Oh, okay. I
Like,
thought you said like it's
it's the
the
size of an
opposite.
ant compared. No, no, no.
Like, I thought you said it's like the opposite
No,
of
no.
Zill. Like, I thought that's what you meant.
No, no,
Okay.
no.
Let's see. Well, it must have happened after Idris got revived, but before he met us again.
Idris would probably speak up and go, I feel that possibly whatever Zora did to Kree to cause him to bring me back, it used something that probably is what created me into what I am. But I can't say for certain if that's the truth.
Hey, Max.
Hmm.
Would I be able to roll some sort of check to see if I could either like smell or just like feel with Arcana or something like what like her mom felt, like was Zill's mom felt previously? Because she
Sure.
knows what the thing is. Like, what kind of check would you want for that?
An Arcana, because it's like your
Arcana?
your vibe check. Your vibe check.
Okay, okay, just like yeah. Would I be able to have advantage because I'm used to what Idris normally feels like?
Yes, but flat roll because it's gonna give you disadvantage. Cause
Okay. 18. Ooh.
yeah. It's. I mean, it's not as strong. It's not as strong, but you can tell that there is some influence there. There is some kind of hand on Idris's shoulder that has that smell. So it may not be, that thing, but Idris is definitely getting influenced or helped by something that has connections to the thing.
Idris,
Wait a fucking minute.
what ancient deities are you currently in contact with?
Max, do I know her name?
No, because she never gave it to you.
But I know who she is.
You know
Because I
what she.
recognized her.
Yeah, you know what she is.
What is she again?
A Reaper.
Oh god. You just is gonna put two and two together. And he's just gonna sit there and look at Zill and he'd be like, I've been in contact with my Reaper.
Your what?
Max, can I just... Obviously, I know what Reapers are. Can I, out of character, have a reminder?
Reapers are
For,
the
like,
ones,
rundown.
basically, because, there's only one god of death, Aurelius created Reapers
They
to
ride
help him
Yeah.
out. Calypso is a
Mm.
Hellhest. a steed of a reaper. However, Calypso has no reaper, which is really
Yee.
strange because all reapers have a Hellhest and vice versa, unless something happens to one or the other.
So it's funny.
Would I know if Reapers are connected to this thing at all? Or if it has connections within Reapers?
It does not, but anyone can serve it.
Zill would kind of, like, she would no longer be staring at Idris, but, like, she would take another step back away from him, like, very obviously stepping away from him. And she would just kind of stare at the ground, as if she's, like, putting two and two together. But she wouldn't say anything else.
Idris's ears are kind of gonna go like a little bit flat at her stepping back. Like after a few minutes of like recognizing what she just did, his ears would kind of flatten. And is it possible to contact my Reaper Max? Like
I
not
mean,
to where the
yeah.
party can see, but like mentally?
Does
I mean, yeah.
the party know what a Reaper is, by the way?
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
common knowledge.
Okay.
Also, we learned kind of a bit about the whenever Calypso revealed herself as a Hellhest, and now it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was just asking for an out-of-character reminder, just to remind everyone for Reaper, specifically in Max's world, because it's been a minute. But yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I kind of want to talk to her and kind of give her like the base of what's happening and kind of just ask her to like ask if she understands like what Idris is or what's helping him to be what he is.
And she would answer that she's the one helping him be who he is.
He's going to sit there for a moment and he's going to go, what are you in contact with to have this
Don't
power?
ask questions. Don't ask questions. Don't ask questions.
It's
And-
legit stupid.
So she kind of thinks for a moment. She says, I am in contact with what I need to be in contact with to keep this dimension stable. And to make sure that everyone in this dimension stays safe. As long as I stay in contact with this thing, as long as I remain a disciple, everyone is safe from Corsandus.
A disciple to who?
The line cuts.
I see what you're freaking out right now.
Would Idris, like, say this to the party, like what she was saying?
No.
Or would they... Okay.
No. I mean, if anyone was looking at Idris, they would see that he was talking to something. Like, he was kind of mouthing stuff, but it would be hard to see what he was actually saying. Or, like, whatnot. And as soon as the line cuts, like, his face goes to one that seems more darker in a sense, kind of, like, more serious and just, like...
Idris, you
Okay,
need to be
so-
careful with that Reaper of yours.
So
They
I
obviously don't know what
thought
they're serving.
you said blind cuts, like that was the name. Like I didn't hear you say line cuts because you cut up for me.
Also,
Okay, so
do we understand what he is mouthing at all?
Roll insight with
No.
disadvantage.
I have observant.
It still gives you a disadvantage.
It still gives
Roll
you disadvantage. It allows you to read mouths.
insight with disadvantage because it's not clear.
Fair.
I forgot it does that.
Yeah,
yeah, it can let you read lips.
you can read lips.
If you know the language.
Ah, there it is. Do you know the language? Do I know the language? Probably not. What is in its insight? Uh, 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 yeah, that's not good.
So, Mix, while this is happening, is Astral seeing anything out there on the road currently?
No, not really.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty barren. You guys are gonna be stuck out in the open for a little while. Like, it's just there's no trees in sight, dude. It's the same outstretched land for fucking miles.
Hmm.
Also, keep in mind everybody does have a bubble around their head for the next 24 hours. That was not a joke. Orc did cast that.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, that's for the best.
I'm assuming the spirit's still on like the cart, just hanging
Yep.
out.
Yep. They're just hanging out. They're just vibing.
Um,
However, Idris.
Yes.
Never mind. What were you gonna say?
No. Don't never mind me.
you know what? You know what? You know what, Max?
Already been
Max,
done.
Say.
You know what, Max? Let me yes and you. Okay, we're moving on. So
Max.
so Astral's just gonna speak up and say, so Idris has been serving a Reaper this entire time. Or has been
Idris is
being
gonna look at
being
Astral and
sustained.
go. Idris is gonna look at Astral and go, I haven't been serving this Reaper. She and I met when I was in the alternate dimension where my soul is currently in Corsanis' dimension. She has been there making sure that whenever Corsanis feeds, it's off of her energy and not the souls that are there.
In
Huh.
return for what?
In return, that I help them,
With what?
freeing the souls.
That is
I mean,
a noble pursuit.
She's a reaper. That's kind of like their whole
Yeah.
job, you know.
Yeah.
I was gonna have Zim,
Yeah.
or actually Orc speak up and say, well, actually, does Orc know that? Does he know that if the souls, like, die, they're gone for good in
I mean,
Kohan?
it's
been
easily
explained
yeah, it has been
Yeah.
explained.
multiple
Okay.
times.
Well, to be fair, yeah,
We're idiots.
we're idiots. I mean, it. Wrong voice. I mean, it makes sense. You know, if the souls die, they're gone forever, and that's not something a Reaper would want.
I do not doubt this Reaper has no bad intentions herself. The thing
Yes.
she is serving tends to lie. It's
That
one of
is-
those things that can promise you whatever you want
You know
in
this.
return for serving it.
That is what I'm afraid of. We do not know the true intentions of this Reaper or what this Reaper serves.
I know what she serves.
And what
I
is
don't.
that?
At this, she just like stays silent.
I also want to say that, like, when Idris does talk about this Reaper, he has this look like there's more, like, not like viable information for the party, but it looks like he knows something else about this situation, like the Reaper specifically, but he's not saying anything.
There is a decent chance this Reaper is genuinely just trying to do her job. But that thing got to it.
I would assume it would have needed to, given that Aurelius is dead.
Uh,
Mm.
let me do something real quick.
Max, I also wanted to ask, Idris has known this Reaper before Aurelius was killed, right?
Yes.
Okay, because would I know if she had that connection to whatever she serves before Aurelius died or after? Like, would I be able to, like,
She's had this connection for a long ass time. before
Okay.
Aurelius.
Because Idris would speak up and he'd shake his head and go, "She's had this long before Aurelius was killed."
Well, that
Nothing
raises
has
even
been
more
alive
questions.
for long before Aurelius was killed, so I do not doubt it has its claws in many high-powerful things.
But Zil is speaking of this thing sacrilege because every time you have been asked about it, you will clammed up and you will have not spoken.
This is one of those things where when you talk about it, it gives it power. It's one of those things where you say its name, it knows where you are.
That's stupid. But
I'd prefer it to not risk it finding me.
fair enough, I guess.
But why
I denied its offer
specifically?
once. I do not
What-
wish to risk my life again.
What did it offer you?
Or
Stay
roll wisdom
silent
saving
once
throw.
and more.
Did you say Auric?
Or roll wisdom saving throw.
Man, I love being told to roll a wisdom saving throw. I've been quiet this entire time.
Maybe you should have gotten in the cart.
I've been in the Auric has been in the cart.
Oh, I thought you said he was perched on top. Never
I
mind.
thought he
He
was still a
was,
bird.
but I mean he still is, but he's in the cart
Like,
now.
I
Okay.
mean, I thought he was
Never
still
mind.
on the cart, not in the cart.
He came back in a while ago.
Max, what's
Or-
that sound for?
That is an 8, buddy.
I didn't roll.
That's not okay.
That's old.
Shit. God, I was about to be like, oh,
Oh.
Jesus.
I'm getting screwed over nothing. Ah. Well, I'm still screwed.
That still fails.
Max,
Auric.
beyond I need to ask before, is this any sort
It's
of
not
effect?
damage. It's
not
not
damage? Is it an
It's-
effect?
Yes, kind of.
Frightened?
Possession.
Oh no!
Oh.
So I
Oh
believe
no!
would I have not have advantage against that because of the whole soul thing?
It's a little rough to tell. I mean,
I mean, it just
honestly,
depends on whether or not they're taking control of your body or your soul.
more
like-
so the body, not really the soul.
Would Zenith be able to tell though, since their bodies are connected through souls?
Well, I mean, yeah, because it would feel. Zenith, Zon, what you feel is you suddenly feel cold. You feel like there is no Auric next to you. And Auric, you kind of feel yourself take a backseat in your own head as you tense up. And everyone else around you sees you kind of slouch forward at an awkward angle.
Where'd you pick Auric? Why do you have to bully me?
It's the kid.
Because he's a possessed kid.
I will say Zon will react
Seriously.
immediately. He is grabbing Auric and tying him down.
He's not doing anything. Bro, or Zon can tell that there's no struggle with this.
He is aware. He's still doing it just in case.
So,
Why are you tying down Auric?
and everyone else, you guys see Auric's eyes begin to not really bleed, but they just kind of black tears start falling down his cheeks,
Max, would I recognize this?
Oh shit.
and every time, every breath he takes, a kind of smoke leaves his mouth.
Max, do I know what this is?
I should have used my lucky.
Yes, I mean, you recognize the feeling of that thing.
Zoe
just
would
saying-
nearly trip over herself, backing away from Auric in a
And-
slight panic.
It basically answers the question that was asked by Zil, what did it offer? And it says, answers.
Oh my god!
Kane, fix it now! Go, hurry!
And you guys can see kind of Kane starting to scramble, trying to, stop this possession.
Zill would be like holding eye contact with Auric, and she would very seriously just say, "Get out of him."
And if you have to, cut my soul out.
No, we're not going that far. And as she's speaking, this thing goes, "Run all you like. I will find you."
What the fuck?
And it continues and says, I would also say, it's kind of like, it speaks at a weird pacing, taking weird pauses, and,
Obviously not used to vocal cords.
and it says, "I have many connections. I find the desperate, the out of place. I have made my watcher, and I will meet you again."
Nowhere, and I don't know when.
Is it
But
looking
I
at anyone
know.
specifically, or is it just looking at the party?
When it says, like, this was the general terms, when it says, "I have my watcher," it's looking at the party. But when it says, "I will meet you again," it looks at Zill.
I mean, you can.
Can Orc attempt to fight back at all, by the way, Max? He would be
Sure,
trying
you
to...
can roll another wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, he would have, this entire time, he would have been trying to fight back, in all honesty.
You can roll another wisdom saving throw. And...
Oh, I'm lucky.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what, Max? I have
Oh
an
my
idea.
god.
Like, Astral's going. He's gonna hear the he's outside, so he can't really see this, but he's gonna come inside, hearing the commotion. He's gonna see that shit. Like, does he understand that this is a possession? Like,
Yes.
or is okay?
And
he's
as
gonna
you're walking
cast- oh, go ahead.
inside, before you cast this, as you walk inside, you see this thing controlling Oric kind of move Oric's head, again, at another odd angle. It's not used to a Squidgy's body. Oric's probably gonna have some neck pains after this. And
you hear
it looks at
Get some good medicine for it.
It looks at Idris and it says, "You should say hello to an old friend. Ariel
What
is
do you-
waiting for you."
Idris is gonna move closer to Auric, this thing, and he's gonna be like, "What are you talking about?"
He waits. He watches.
Where is he?
His blade is the key.
Oh god. Going to Zaldon.
Max, do I remember would I have any recollection of what that would mean?
No!
I'm
You don't.
rolling. I'm gonna
You
roll
don't
wisdom again for later.
Go ahead, Max.
I was gonna say, Orc, you really don't need to do that, because after it says the blade is the key, you feel, Orc, you were like suddenly released from its grasp.
Was that the thing he was
like,
talking about?
Kane is immediately like in your, like kind of in your face, kind of like cupping your face. It's just like, holy shit, are you okay?
That's
Need
what
water?
out-of-body experience feels like.
Astral is also kind of doing the same thing, but he's on like the other side of Kane. But he's like looking close like at Orc's eyes to like make sure they're not like fucked or anything. And mostly from the black blood.
Orc's
It's
just
not
gonna
even
like
blood. It's just an ichor. It's very sticky.
okay.
It's gross.
Orc's just gonna cast prestidigitation on himself. He's also For the sake of it, he's going to cast Greater Restoration on himself and also heal.
Niles is gonna hold out a glass of water. It's like, do you need water or anything? I don't know what I'm doing. Do you
No.
need? Okay.
Thank you. Also, can you
And,
guys stop smoothing my face?
Kane would let go. Kane would let go.
Thank
But he
you.
would also. She
Astro
would
lets
cut
go. Oh, go ahead.
his bindings and stuff.
Okay. Astro, he lets go, but he doesn't really move away, and he's like, "This is a problem. Just in case." And Astro's going to cast Protection from Good and Evil on Oric. Basically, for the duration of the spell, he cannot be possessed. So, just in case it tries it again. And Astro's just going to look right at Zill and just say, "A warning would have been nice. That it can do that."
Zill would barely acknowledge Astral, and she would just be staring at work, and you can see a pained look on her face, and she just goes, I am so sorry."
Oh, don't worry, it's not too bad.
After that, she would look at Astral, and she would just go, "I was not sure it could."
Well, we know it can possess people now, at least, so
Isn't
we're
that
gonna want to.
Oh my god, I was about to say something, and then I realized it was a reference. Oh my
What were you
God.
gonna say?
I was just say, your lack of information is disturbing.
You should have said it.
Well, I'll say it anyway. Like, your lack of information is disturbing.
Don't you know like almost anything?
That's kind of.
Wait, was Nihilus talking to Astral?
No, he's talking to Zoom.
Oh, okay. But to say like what did you say at work? Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
It's okay. I'm fine. I'm definitely gonna do some studying on mental fortitude now. Yeah.
I have a few books on that topic if you would like them. I know a thing or two about mental fortitude.
Yeah.
I'm
I also
gonna
need
be
to
honest,
study.
I don't think mental fortitude will protect you from that.
Yeah, no, it won't. But it gives me some solace.
But so when it comes to what it said to Idris, it said its watcher and its blade is the key, and that thing we saw
Has
Well,
a
we know that
blade
there's.
shaped like a key.
We know that there is. I believe in character. We know about the key, the sword in South of Dawn, right? Well, if we're talking about South of Dawn, that sword, that's probably what it means.
Is that his name?
I just thought we had a
No,
bug.
South of Dawn is a dimension. It's the dimension where Thalorus was imprisoned. At least I assume.
Yeah.
By the way, I know the truth now. My mom was the one who betrayed Thalorus.
It wasn't just
So
her.
I know, but she
I'd
was the one who
like
caused
to
it.
mention that during this conversation, Idris is just going to abruptly walk out to where Calypso is, so he could sit out there and not be involved in the conversation anymore. Because if you guys were to look at him, it would be noticeable that despite how he has been, somehow the mention of Zerial actually hit him a lot more, as if his emotions actually were working for once, with the answer being there. But he's just going to step out.
I think the audience.
Oh, I did want to tell you guys as well. Thalorus is still alive.
He looks weird.
Yeah.
At least now. Some sort of shifter or whatever. Weird.
Long tooth shifter. Yeah.
interesting.
Also, off topic, because I don't really know. I don't know where Calypso's writer is. So I don't know if
Yeah,
they
I was
said
gonna ask
this
her
or
about
if they-
that. I mean,
Yeah.
after the whole. Yeah. I'm gonna go eat some cheesecake. That was
as we know, is the mental
it's
of
my
the
best
campaign.
brain food.
Like if you eat cheesecake, you can't be possessed. It's just like
Yeah,
it's just part of it.
It's
Oh wait,
improving
I
your
forgot that
eyesight.
I
If
have
you
it.
eat
We have
cheesecake,
advantage
you
on
can't be
rolls.
possessed.
We have advantage on all rolls. I forgot about that because
Oh,
of
yeah.
the food we
Yeah,
ate.
because of that one.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Dang it.
Well,
Oh well. So I don't really know if. Nah, she wouldn't do that. Nah, she wouldn't.
Who?
That's
Who?
good.
Oh, Jinx. Sorry.
For some reason, I saw Calypso chose me as a new writer, but nah, that's probably not likely.
You see
Doesn't
Oric
a
just look you up and
Hellhest-
down.
Doesn't a Hellhest require a Reaper to be a writer?
I mean, I
Oh.
don't feel any different, so
yes, but if something happens to the Reaper, I feel like the rules might change. It's not really common.
I can go ask her.
I mean, do what you want. Like, I would want to know, but like,
Oh,
eh.
Calypso, I have sugar cubes for you. And Oric starts walking towards her.
And
Astral-
Calypso, like, she doesn't really stop, but she does look,
Her head snaps.
like, sure, yeah, her head snaps.
like as Orcus walk away, you just see like Astral just like sweating a little bit as he's walking.
And I'll get to you in a moment, Idris.
Oh, you can go to Idris first. If you want to. I don't want to take
Yeah,
away from the
sure.
lore. Yeah, I don't want to take away from the character
So
building.
Idris, I mean, it's really quick. That's why I was gonna hop to yeah. Anyway, so Idris, you try to contact said person, try to contact Zariel, and it gets nowhere.
The scrying
Well
mirror.
then.
Use the scrying mirror.
I already tried using the scrying mirror. It doesn't show anything. It's just
Oh.
a black screen.
Dang.
Anyway, Oric.
Speak with animals. Wow, boom, boom, boom. Wow, fancy magic stuff.
So Calypso just kind of looks at you and says, "What do you want?"
It's been a while
What
since
happened?
we talked to her.
Yeah. Despite our speaking, on occasion, what happened to your writer? If you're
She
comfortable with that question.
disappeared.
Oh. Nihilus was wondering if he was your new writer, so, yeah.
Wait, she?
Wait a minute.
He?
Wait. I don't know that yet. He just hasn't said anything.
Yeah, Idris, what the fuck?
He mentioned that he has a Reaper and that they are
Yeah,
female.
Yeah.
He didn't
Oh.
say that.
Oh, wait, then, or, you know the glass breaking, comic sound? That's
Mhm.
Oric.
Yeah,
Just like,
yeah,
oh.
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
the
that's
record scratch, like record scratch.
Yeah, it's that kind of song.
Excuse me, back the fuck up. What did you just say?
Okay. Would she happen to have maybe gotten into contact with something that can possess someone?
I don't know.
Well, there
Okay.
are a lot of things that can't possess things, so.
Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
And also something that
No,
can threaten Zill.
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I can describe her.
Please?
She was. I mean, it's hard.
She was hot.
Do you just want me to grab it from your noggin?
It is her.
So she kind of thinks for a moment. She says, "Sorry, I just needed to find the way to describe her because she was just kind of a living candle flame, basically.
Oh.
She held her. She held her vigil and she took souls peacefully.
Hmm.
She covered her eyes and
So, yep, that confirms my, that confirms the out of character stuff.
Yeah.
she covered her eyes and with a hood and created her own with candlelight. She was blinded when she was mortal,
Oh.
so she just carried it over.
Huh.
Out of
Oh
character,
wait,
people
here's
should glance at NPC map. Yeah, out of character, people should glance at that. Yeah.
Yep, okay. Well, thank you very much for this information, Calypso, and, let me just fill up your sugar cube trough. And, you know the thing that Oric made for Calypso so that she could eat while she was,
Yep.
He just pours a bunch of sugar cubes in there.
It's literally just like
Calypso-
one of those bags you put around a horse's mouth so they can eat while they're walking.
Yes.
My God,
Yep.
that's funny.
Oh, I'm also baking you a... I don't know if you like blueberries, so I'm baking a blueberry pie.
Blueberries are fine. Thank you.
Okay. Dale, if you need anything. Oh!
Bless you.
Thank you.
It's the residual possession. You know? It's the residual
Yeah,
possession.
sorry. Residual procession and all. Anyway. Yeah. I'm gonna walk away now. Goodbye.
Idris not understanding a word of that because he doesn't have to speak with animals.
I mean, the thing is, though, Idris was out there, like, with them, but he is, like, scooted to where he's more isolated, and he was not paying attention because he's trying to,
So-
like, pray to Zariel, and
so-
it not work.
Quinn's gonna walk back in, say, "Hey, Zil, do you happen to know what Idris's Reaper looks like?"
No, I did not find out he had a Reaper until same time of view.
Oh. Fair enough. Well,
I mean, you guys, I don't remember if Zil was there, but I remember that you guys did see the Reaper.
Oh yeah, cause it was. That's why
we saw it when it was doing that thing to Creed.
Oh.
Yeah, we saw it when it was like
yeah.
Yeah.
when it was like
Wait, so-
sucking Creed.
oh.
that sounds.
I thought that was
that meant to sound
horrible.
wrong. That meant to sound wrong.
That's so messed up. Stop.
That
Hey,
is
but
a
hey, but hey.
child.
Anyway, so weird theory, but I think that her rider, Calypso's rider, is Idris's Reaper.
That would explain why Calypso doesn't have a writer.
Yeah. So she didn't confirm or deny Nihilus.
You also
Wait.
didn't ask.
I did ask.
You
Yeah, he
did?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You just
Like,
didn't
she-
respond.
Yeah.
He Calypso ignored the question.
Yeah.
Calypso
Wait,
just completely ignored the
Wait,
question.
I
when
straight
did
up
you
did
ask the question?
When
Like
Oric was
yeah.
going on about the whole Reaper thing, and then said, Nihilus was wondering if he was your new rider.
I didn't question it. I didn't catch that. Anyway, yeah, she would have
Yeah, like,
brushed
it
it off
was-
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like right after she got done describing her rider, and then like Oric was like,
Yeah, no, I just
Yeah.
didn't catch that.
we
Yeah.
would have gotten the same answer anyway.
We would have gotten the same answer anyway. That's what matters. But just make her some food. Use a lot of sugar. Maybe.
Oh,
Who knows? She can
Wait,
still
hang on.
understand me. I know she can.
Was Oric talking to Niles because I was
Yep.
not paying attention? Oh.
Oh, man, there's a lot of that going around today.
Oh my God.
Are you sure you guys don't have like a fever or something? I can make sure you're okay.
So wait, so can you repeat that again? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Zil did not, or not Zil, I got put this in the blooper, Shadow Man in the sky. Anyway, Calypso did not confirm nor deny.
Well, that's something that's going to keep me. Oh, well, I can. That's
Just-
fine.
Feed her a lot of sugar. Maybe one day.
Well, it was never stated that a Hellhess rider needed to be a Reaper. But it's possible that after she lost hers, she found you. and just sort of,
Doing
plain
my
Jane
hair, which is weird, but whatever.
It is nice hair, especially now that it's been braided and washed.
You do not want to know how long I washed my hair at that time. You don't want to know.
I cast prestidigitation on you a lot.
This was before I met you all.
Oh,
Yes.
but now I do. Oh, speaking of which, and he casts prestidigitation on you, Nihilus.
I took a shower yesterday.
I know.
Out of character, I'm under
And,
the impression that just Nihilus's hair is just really difficult, so even if he showers every day, it's just hard to take care of.
It's funny because he doesn't cut it, so it's just long. It's all in his hood, so usually until Orc braided, it was all bunched up, and then Orc just we're braiding that.
Yeah, you have Viking braids, by the way, Nihilus. That's what you have. You have Viking braids.
And Astral's going to speak up and just say this. Zil, I do not blame you for not speaking of that, considering what you have told me. If at
That
some point
thing-
you do happen to find a way to tell me about it, that would be very grateful.
I
It's
did
hard
not
to prepare
tell
for
you.
something if you do not know what it is.
I did not mention it because I have been running from that thing most of my life, and it has not found me so far. I did not think it would find me in the few months I'd be traveling with you guys.
Maybe it found you before and it's just been watching.
Well,
Is it
Probably,
possible?
but it's
did
never
say it.
acted before.
It did say it found its watcher.
Yeah.
well,
Um,
recently the winds have been rule it out that it already knows where you are. Considering that it just
Our one solace is it can't directly leave the dimension it's in currently. At least last time I checked it could.
Brown or you?
I don't know if it's for everyone else, but so we were cutting out a little bit.
No, he's mumbling.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's mumbling.
Okay.
Wait, can you guys not hear me? Oh fuck.
It's
Well, we
because
can-
you're talking low enough, your mic is just not picking you up sometimes.
It's like you're talking
Well-
like this
well-
and you're starting to get quieter and quieter.
Well, it is also because I'm maybe a foot away from the mic, and I think my internet's kind of crashing at the moment. So because you guys cut
You're-
out for me too.
what-
I couldn't hear
well,
you
when
guys
you're
for a straight
talking
30 seconds.
when you're talking like this, I can understand you fine. But repeat what you said, please.
What did you not hear?
Everything you just said. After Zil,
Oh.
because Zil made the comment of what little solace we have is as far as she's aware, it can't really leave the dimension it's in.
Yeah, that's pretty much Astro was just reconfirming that it can't affect this
Okay.
realm. That it can't affect Izil directly in this realm. He was
least
just
yet.
reconfirming that.
Yeah, okay. It can send its disciples, which is why it needs so many, but it itself, its reach is limited. But the more disciples it gets, the farther its reach.
I
Which
see.
means we're gonna need to fall into her. I don't know if she has a plan or not. So, or it, or I don't know. I didn't ask her pronouns. She took over my brain.
It?
It.
It's a thing, so.
All people are thing. Well, no, that's not my mentality. That's Levi being stupid. Levi is not
No.
focused.
Yeah, no, but
Anyways, well, you guys do whatever you're. I'm
Regardless,
gonna go check something. Nihilus just leaves to go to the kitchen. I can't remember where we were standing, so he's gonna go to the kitchen.
I'm assuming it was the main living area is where we were all in.
regardless, we know that it cannot affect this realm yet, but it does have disciples that can, which we are assuming the one with the Keyblade is a disciple.
He
And it has been
is-
following us for some time.
He has been a disciple for a very long time.
and yet he has yet to make any moves towards us.
He is an observer. He does not act. He gets information.
I see.
But maybe we falsify it.
That is not quite how that works.
Well,
It's hopeful thinking.
if we can give it false information, that would be helpful. But we've already seen that magic does not affect it when it comes to illusions.
Yeah.
I never said illusions.
Are you saying you want me to fuck with that thing's mind?
No! Why would you ever think I would?
How else would you give someone false information?
So
Why?
you guys hear metal clinking outside, actually?
Oh,
You look outside?
Yes.
yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
You
Bro,
see...
I'm already outside.
Swear
What do
you-
I
oh.
see?
So you guys see Panther, like, about 100 feet away. You see Panther push this person in the suit of armor down what seems to be this random set of stairs that just goes into the ground. And Panther picks up the fucking
God!
picks up that this is what it looks like, the basement door, stairs going down. Picks it up, turns it into a doorway, and it's now stairs going up. And a couple tumbles later, comes tumbling out the
Oh
disciple.
my god.
Like I
fuck?
could just fucking imagine, just like we glance out the window and see this poor motherfucker falling down a
not
set
this
of
poor
stairs.
motherfucker. Screw this thing.
This set of stairs that appeared out of nowhere, and it keeps falling down the set of stairs over and over and over again
No.
until it eventually just.
This just says Panther has Toon Force energy, and I'm afraid now.
I
So
like
is
Toon Force
So
energy.
is it just like in the middle of the road now, going?
No, it's off to the side. Like, it's off to the side, probably about 150 feet away, and it's just kind of
Did he
laying
drop
on the
its
ground.
sword?
I
Did
think
it
he's-
drop its sword?
You're not entirely sure where its sword is. but
Guys,
it's
we should
not
mug
on
him.
it.
Can I look for its sword?
It's roll a perception.
I will also look for its sword, Max. Yay.
Roll a perception.
Bro,
Can
I
I
could
smell the
just-
sword?
No.
Oh.
Can I smell the
Unfortunate.
metal on the sword?
But I would also like to say that, like, while this person is kind of just, while he's laying on the ground, just, looking not like, he just fell down a flight of stairs. You see Panther just kind of triumphantly put their foot on his chest, while they have their hands on their hips and they are like looking up and puffing out their chest.
Like, I could just imagine if we were over there, we would hear. Because he just fell down like 30 flights of stairs. And he's
Also,
just
you guys, neither of you see the sword.
Okay.
Then again, what was that when the few times that we did see the sword, was it on his back or on his side?
He always had it in his hand.
Oh, I
Oh, so
thought-
he just spelled it. That's what he did.
Max, would I know like why we wouldn't be able to see the sword or anything? Like, what other information would I have about this guy?
You would know that he has the ability to summon his sword to his hand.
Okay, cool.
So does Zenith. It's cool.
Yeah.
Or Zon, sorry.
So, Astra's just looking at this as we're riding by, and just is gonna be like, maybe we should move a bit faster.
Nice
Yeah.
gonna go out and tell Calypso to start running.
And Calypso does.
If you run faster, I'll get you even more sugar cubes.
Bro, the Urge is a character. He just has the urge to just fucking jump off the cart.
And I
Zill
have
would
the
beat
urge-
the shit out of
Sword.
Idris
And
if
I
he
have-
did that.
And I
If
have
he
the urge
just
to
jumps-
force cage him.
That fucking
you-
sword.
If he just jumps off the cart, we're just gonna fucking leave him.
He's not going to, but I would like to mention as Calypso starts to speed off, he is staring dead set at this fucking disciple. like
Uh,
it's very obvious he's trying to figure out where the sword is, and he looks like he honestly, after some time, his face would develop into looking pissed.
or maybe you shouldn't get Calypso addicted to sugar cubes.
Nyla, she already is.
Max,
And you're
out of
not helping.
question, is this the same Keyblade that was in the previous campaign? Because I remember
No.
you saying there's only one. Or
Um,
to our knowledge, there's only one Keyblade.
I will not answer that.
And I
Because I
repeat,
know who last had that Keyblade.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're referring to the gun, I think.
no.
No. Not, like the Keyblade is a weapon, is a sword that can cut through dimensions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I know who last had
I
the
had that.
Keyblade.
I had that.
So
I gave it to. I gave
Yeah.
it to.
You gave
I
it to
gave it to
Grave
Watcher.
Watcher.
I gave it to Grave Watcher.
yeah, and I
I
said there is only one Keyblade in
that
that
we know
dimension.
of. Anyway.
That isn't really a. I mean, it
Guys,
is, but
this guy brought it from a different dimension.
we know.
We know,
We're
but
not
like,
stupid.
we know, but it's like, oh hey, there's only one. The last person that had a Keyblade was that character, so what the fuck could have happened, but
Well, obviously, it's. Anyway, we should shut up and continue with the story.
Yes.
I'm just waiting for us to get somewhere because like Calypso's just
Your guys-
speeding off. So
You guys are gonna be stuck there for a little bit.
I do want to check something in the mirrors. If you
Sure.
don't.
Sure. Sure.
Niall.
The cart has mirrors. Oh wait.
Levi, I want you to think about what you just said.
I know what I just said.
And Nihilus wants to check to see where his brother is at.
So bold, so powerful, so fluxy.
Original.
I accidentally deafened myself.
That sucks.
I noticed.
Anyway, so you see a mead hall with a lot of, big, beefier dudes, all with medallions, like a similar medallion along their, on their necks. And you see your brother among them, but he doesn't have a medallion, but he just seems to be conversating with them.
So Nihilus is going to take a flask. And he's going to unscrew that. He's just going to take a sip. And he's having some intrusive thoughts. And he kind of speaks aloud to himself. Should I? Or should I not fuck with you?
I mean, like you do have someone in the party that can do that over that
You have
long of
two
a
people.
distance.
You have two people that can do that.
Hey, Horik.
Did you say Auric?
Yeah.
You hear pitter-pattering coming down the hall in the form of a ferret.
And when he sees it, he's like, Auric, you want to help me fuck with my brother?
Auric's gonna trying to gauge if you're trying to do this maliciously or if you're doing this to be fun, for fun.
I'm not going to hurt him, but I want to leave an impression.
Ooh, that's a really cool table.
He
Ooh,
gives
that
you a
is
little
good.
ferret thumbs up. Oh, the
Also,
table!
Max, if you want to, you can post him if you want to.
I gotta go find him.
It's in pinned.
But Auric will
I know.
untransform in front of you and ta-da! Do his fancy he jumps up, transforms, lands on his feet, doing a little cool superhero pose.
Jazzy.
Also, for
Hands.
some reason, I'm shaking, but I think it's funny because on one side this is a bad idea, on the other hand, it would be funny.
So what do you want to do?
So you can cast sending or shit like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wrong voice. Sorry, I'm kind of reaching puberty here. Yeah, I can.
He's finally kicking in.
The ball. No, 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 no,
Well,
no.
I don't have my antlers yet, so
Question: you can connect the sending to me, right?
I can try.
Also, if you want to, if you can, you can also pitch in too. The thing is, I don't know if I am fine with killing him or not.
Well, you know me, I'm not gonna kill him.
The one person I'm more pissed at is the village elder, because from what I've been told, he's been telling him things.
You want me to do the spell?
If you don't mind.
Sure. I'm casting, sending, I'm casting the arcane thing. Woo! Levi has to evolve.
Thing is, like, I don't know if Astra would be all for shit posting, so that's why he went to.
I mean, you've never asked him before.
29 to be able to transfer it to other people.
Guys, I don't know why I'm shaking, but this is gonna be funny.
Astro also has a spell that he can give you to establish a bond, so you don't need to cast sending.
Now let's
This
hope
is just
this
going to be
doesn't-
for an upgraded sending that, like, that doesn't limit the words as well. Why not?
Let's go.
I think we already did have that, though.
Let's go. I mean,
Yeah, it's
basically
just
did, because I didn't. I never.
Telepathic bond, like that's all you really need.
Yeah, I don't have access to that.
Then roll the dice. Roll.
I
the
did.
dice. You did. 29. You
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
It wasn't very high. I don't really care for like. I don't care for like specifics. Like you get 5 words. I don't care.
Whoa, so rad.
Yeah.
Anywho, it's
You-
connected, correct?
Yes.
Orc, has casted it, and he goes 3, 2, like with his hands and mouths the
Actually, no,
words.
no. He's gonna have like Orc wait on saying something, and then I was gonna say, "So I heard you want to kill me."
And you see Uruko's kind of like bristle.
Are you sure you want to kill your brother?
For his context, this is also going to be ghostly sounding, just because Orc went to screw with him as well.
And you know, you kind of Orc, you do notice that there's someone looming over you, and you look back and it is Lawa. And she's kind of watching this. And she looks to the scrying mirror, and you guys watch all of the medallions start to shake.
What?
And everyone starts to freak the fuck out.
Oh. Can we tell it's from Lawa?
Yes.
Or okay.
Rukos. Are you sure you want the blood of your brothers on your hand?
Oh, she's a leashy.
And I mean, you're not really getting a response from him because he just seems to be frozen.
Or you know what? Orc's gonna look at Nihilus, see if he can say something to freak him out.
Na's gonna nod.
So using a little bit of minor illusion to disguise Orc's voice. Nihilus has made a deal with me. I can't wait to rip you limb from limb.
And then I was just gonna say, okay, I didn't want to make him piss himself. What the fuck?
I mean, he looks terrified.
And then I was gonna say, okay, joking aside, this is all. What the fuck are you doing?
And I went to the medallion, stopped shaking, and everyone was like, what the fuck was that?
My God.
And
Orc
Ruko
disguises.
does get up, and he like goes to a more private state, like a private place, and you ask, "What the fuck are you doing?"
My question is, why the fuck are you wanting to kill me?
And you hear him respond with, I'm honestly shocked that you're sentient enough to speak still, so.
You think of what happened to me has changed me.
Yes.
The only werewolf you should have been hunting is the one that did it to me.
And you can tell from the look that's on his face, there's a lot of things running through his head, and he's very conflicted.
So how do you feel now that you're... Because when I learned that you was the one who sent them after me, I was heartbroken. So, Ryokos, answer this question. Are you willing to have blood on your hands that's from your brother?
I don't know what you are, who you are, or why you think that you want to take my brother's voice, but you are not my brother.
Then how, you know what, I'll prove it to you. I have special scarring on my back that looked like wings were ripped off. That one summer, whenever I engaged to Zealot, actually, hang on, I need to make sure I'm saying the right name, so just don't, huh?
Delay.
Yeah, thank you, because I'm still memorizing names. When that one time I proposed to Zealot, you and sister had the bright idea of somehow getting me to trip into the lake, drenching me. Or that one time I got my leg in a bear trap, and the other time that I fell down the flight of stairs in that one city.
You're not helping your own case. You're in my head, meaning you have
Because
access to those memories.
Well, that's actually because he asked me to cast a spell. Hi, I'm Oric.
Because you have this sending spell on you, you fucking dumbass.
I don't believe you.
You can literally hear my voice.
You just hear, you like jazz?
Then how about this? When I see you, then we'll see what happens. I just wanted to check on my brother to see if what I've been told is true. What has the elder put in your fucking head?
My brother was lost in the beast.
And you believed him?
Hey, Nihilus, I'm just gonna cut it here, because obviously your brother's not going to take any sense. So, yeah. Hey, do you want to listen to some smooth jazz? And then Oric's gonna play some smooth jazz in his head.
I could just imagine it's just Oric trying to imitate the sound of a saxophone. It's
Yep.
like
Well, here's some freestyle jazz.
Yes,
Oric.
exactly.
Or, like,
need a break. Need a break from the ads.
God.
Nihilus, you're
What does-
obviously getting upset.
what does mother and father think of this, though?
Didn't Oric already cut the connection?
Or did cut the connection.
God damn it, Oric.
I mean, I can reestablish it if you want me to. He just has freestyle jazz playing in his head right now.
I'm not gonna get through to him, so I'm gonna get through to him the one way he will know.
Me wanting to pull the Namona violence?
Hang on, I'm checking something.
Did they let you keep the old one?
And like,
No,
while
that I need to beat the shit out of my older brother. It's usually
Bella would kind of perk up like this and say, I once had traveled with someone who said the only universal language is violence.
Who's that?
I just
I don't remember his name.
need a bit because apparently I need an elder's head on a fucking pike, and he just like walks out of the kitchen.
Metal.
Actually, I think his name was Orphidius.
History check.
Sure.
To
Yay.
the elder or to
No, the
The name
person.
Lowett said.
Yeah.
Sorry, Max.
Yeah.
I need to stop getting stuck in Ulrich's voice. Oh god, I only have a +4 to history. Okay. You know what? I'll use my last lucky for the session.
Jesus.
Why not?
It's only like a half hour left.
19.
You don't really need very high because it's very common knowledge. Orphidius Lionhearted was one of the
Oh.
was one of the party members that traveled with Silas of Dawnvale to close the breach the first time.
Oh wait, Orc already knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Orc already knew that. Darn it.
You know, I really find it funny because whenever I bring him up and people are just like, "Oh, this is Lionhearted," it always everyone's just like, "Fucking what?"
I think it's very funny because it's brought it up all the time. Because it's like very prominent. It's like, yes, that family is prominent in this universe as well. Like,
But they're
just in a
stupid.
different way.
Like I think it's just funny because you guys got a lot more lore about the Lighthearteds in my campaign literally last session. So
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway. Hey, Lawa, do you want to go make berries?
make berries?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yay! Berry soup! Woo! And Orc starts running.
And Lawa honestly just walks, but she is in tow. Like she is in line with the work. Long strides.
Big lady.
Big lady.
Well,
Big lady.
what are Lawa's pronouns?
Giant.
She.
woman.
She? Okay, I assumed.
That's the max I DM'd you something.
Nothing. Metal.
Okay.
I want to watch that movie again already.
Me
I
too.
still haven't seen it.
It's a great movie.
neither.
You better watch it.
But
Actually, that's the sponsor for today's episode. Nimona.
Shit.
We don't get
let
paid.
me look at my checklist.
It's a nice movie though, even though I haven't watched it, but I've seen great clips from it. It's a really nice.
Oh my god, I want to make a character like Nimona so bad.
Okay.
Imagine being
So
broody outside,
what is everyone doing?
making berries,
Well,
making
now
bacon
it's-
pancakes. Let 'em up.
Now
And-
it's doing that one thing that I DM'd you, which you already
Yep.
saw.
I would say after
Ye-
everything, Zil would have just gone back to her room, just to, like, process everything.
Lavella is just coloring on the bed, or like she's coloring on the floor.
I have a
Idris
couple.
is probably still sitting outside, like with Calypso, just kind of like in the area and kind of like, a little bit angry. And he's just like he's sitting there and just like has his sword resting on his lap and kind of brooding.
Rolling on my skin.
I have a couple things to do if nobody else has anything to do. I don't get to do a lot of stuff with Zenith, so I had something funny.
Okay.
Unless anybody else has anything to do, because this will involve Kane, Max.
Okay, give me a second.
Also, I just realized Kirsten, you and I still need to do an out of session of Oric talking to Elise.
Oh yeah, that slipped my mind.
Yeah, it slipped mine too. I'll try and write a starter before I get off for the night.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
I almost died.
that sucks. So what would you like to do?
So Zenith is going to approach Kane if she's not busy.
I mean, for the most part, she's just kind of chilling. She's found, like, she's kind of wandered fairly far in and found this huge ass library.
I mean, she'll hear Zenith coming, because of the toe being training.
Yeah.
So Zenith will just say, "Hey,
What?
can I borrow you for a minute?"
And she like kind of gets up and she even does like the dad groan as she gets up and she sets her book aside.
I actually need to talk to you.
If you come in here and sit down after I got up.
No, I wanted to go for a walk, actually.
Okay. Then let's go.
I just stood up. If you sit down, I am going to stab you.
You have the spell sending, right?
Oh, yes.
That is a cleric spell. See?
That is a cleric spell, so I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't know it.
Yes, I have it.
We're gonna talk to Quincy.
Oh, Jesus.
Last I saw, she was in a cell. And her kid was nowhere to be seen. Neither is yours, which I still want to ask about, but I've been trying to stay away from asking about it.
About that.
Oh?
Doesn't she say she killed them?
No, that was her son, like her direct descendant. Her biological kid. Anyway.
We're talking about the soul bonded kids.
Yeah. And
Oh wait, she's soul bonded?
yes.
Yeah.
Holy shit. This is worse than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of like rubs her shoulder and she says, "You can live after they die.
What?
You can live after they die. You just don't have that protection from everything. And once they die, essentially, because they don't have a whole soul, they just poof.
Same goes for us, right?
Mm-hmm. If we die and they live, poof.
But we have that protection from them for now.
As long as they live.
They really should have taught us that.
They didn't, because they didn't expect people to be pulling fucking sacrificial daggers out of their ass.
Do I want to ask how? I remember Orica and her used to get along pretty well. Or him. I can't remember what your kid was, honestly. Sorry. Her. Yeah, that's what I thought. Or Quinn's, I should say.
Basically, as a punishment, typically as a punishment, a soldier is reduced to just them. My circumstances were different, but that's not here nor there. It's not important.
You want to talk about it? I know I'm not really the nicest guy, but I am here for you.
I will muzzle you.
Please do. Oh wait. Sorry, I'm too used to responding to.
Okay.
I also hate that we have like at least 4 members in the party that can be muzzled. Like that I find that hilarious.
But I was being serious.
5,
like if you do want to talk about it.
Sorry,
like I said, neither here nor there.
Hmm.
But if Quinn is in a cell and if Quincy's in a cell and her child is not around, it's most likely she rebelled. And she paid the price, and she paid the price for it.
Well, she did help get us out, Oric and I.
Yeah.
I thought she got out as well, but apparently I was wrong. Anyway, mirror, mirror on the wall, show me Quincy.
And it switches to Quincy once again. Except this time, you see her trudging through some sewers.
Oh,
Not looking great.
she escaped. That's frightening a little bit.
That doesn't shock me, actually.
It doesn't shock me, but yeah. Can you ring her up for me?
Yes. And Kane does establish the connection.
Hey, Quincy, hello.
And you see Quincy just kind of like look around, like, what the fuck?
I'm in your head, dipwad.
And you see her rubber face, and she's, it's fun. Another person in my head.
Another one?
It's a long story.
Well, hi. So are you okay? I mean, I'm looking at you right now. You don't look like you're doing great.
How are you looking at me?
Magic?
Okay, thought I was warded against that, but looks like I'm going to have to redo that. Right, okay. Zon,
Yo. Sorry. Yeah?
Okay, that is you. It's not some
I'm not offended.
hallucination.
Yeah, it is on. I go by Zenith as well. You know, breaking out, had to try to disguise myself. Not really turning out too well. So,
Yeah. I mean, is Oric okay? Are you
oh,
okay?
yeah, no, you and I are perfectly fine. I'm with Kane right now, by the way. Kane, say hi, Kane.
Hi. And you see like Quincy kind of like, hi.
She did not betray us, by the way. Yeah.
But like the whole, poisoning her son thing, that was like, I mean, I'm not gonna blame her for that, but like, it's kind of, like, I get he was like a dictator, but
I'm not judging her for that.
yeah. Just
I just wanted to ask, is your kid?
She's gone.
Oh, man. Everybody keeps dying. Dang.
Yeah, that happened probably about a year ago now. I've been on the run for a few months. The ward I put up made it look like I was gonna be still in the cage they set me in. They kind of just...
Wait, I checked on this about, 12 hours ago, and you were in the cage.
Yeah.
So maybe the ward went out.
So the ward just went out. I'm gonna have to... and you see her stop and kind of like go she finds a dry patch, and she kind of starts setting up a spell. She seems mildly out of it.
Hey, where are you?
And like she kind of smells, and she smells around for a second. She says, "Smells like bakery." That means I'm in Carindel. Somewhere in Carindel. I'm not sure. It's some city in Carindel.
I can't remember.
They
Map. I'm looking at the map. Carindel. Sorry, Max. Keep going.
And she just kind of mumbles about, smelling a bakery. She's in one of the major cities.
Of which country?
Carindel.
Which one's Carindel? Oh wait,
Carindel.
that's in Yggdrasil, right?
Cardell. Yeah, not Carindel. Yeah. Cardell. I'm blind. Adding an N where there's not.
They're still there. Okay. Well, honestly, I called just because I saw you were in a cage. So, yeah, I didn't expect. Well, I should have expected it.
Well, they expect me to die, so that means I'll have to update my ward to being dead because they put me in a cage with limited air and then sent me in the Safnar. And she's not really mumbling this to tell you, she's mumbling this to, like, show what image she needs to start portraying.
Oh, yeah. If you can make it up to Triota, we will come and get you. We will protect you. Or can I? I know that's not a lot. I know that's a far distance. But if you
try my best to get there, I can't promise anything though. I just kind of where the storm order is really quarantined. Not quarantined, that's not the right word. It's centered.
Yeah, we're going up there to fight a war right now. We are about to go into Lystein.
I haven't heard much about Lystein.
Corsandus is there. Or he's supposed to be.
Fun. How fun.
We're taking the hand. We're hoping to, at least.
Okay.
So, maybe we'll fix this eventually. But, long time.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Sorry, excuse me. And like as she's kind of like working on the spell, you see her form start to flicker, and it goes back to the cage, with where a dead body is now of her. Like a dead body is of hers now there.
Words up.
Thank you for making sure of that.
Well, I won't dispose your position any longer. Good luck.
You know,
Be
Zenith.
safe.
You know, Zenith, I can probably bring her here.
Oh, Zenith snaps his neck towards Astral. Do it.
Are you sure?
Would it kill her?
It would hurt me.
Push that pain onto me instead. Get her here.
Very well.
Out of character, holy shit, masochist.
Out of character, I'm gonna kick your.
Okay.
Yeah, Astral's been there for like 10 minutes. He's been watching the whole time.
Yep.
He can obviously he can only hear Zenith's side. But
Kane and him have been having like conversations with glances.
Yeah.
The entire time.
And like Astral's like, very well. And like Astral's gonna use his blood staff and he's going to cast teleport.
Okay. And it goes through, it works. Because suddenly, with all of her stuff, Quincy is now standing in front of Zenith.
Oh.
And she just kind of like sits there really tense for a second before she just falls over. Kind of like when you knock over a chair.
Zenith is gonna, jump down and catch her.
And Astral doesn't look like he listened to what Oric said. Like he
Zenith.
he looks. Oh, my bad, Zenith. Like he looks a little pale, but he's relatively fine.
Oh, you're coming to the infirmary as well, Astral.
Kane walks up to Zenith and not Zenith, and Astral, and pats his shoulder. And just heals him.
And he's like, "Thank you."
You know, at least 75% of your blood is made out of magic now.
I am aware.
It replaces itself. And I would also say that, like, Quincy seems to still be in, like, a shock.
Hello.
I would. Like Astra's like, move aside. I will do a mental evaluation. I will make sure her mind is not broken more than it already is.
Hold on, I've got a better idea. And Zenith just slaps her.
And she, like, kind of jolts up and is like, how the fuck did I get here?
He points to Astral.
Hello. And the Astral like waves.
And she kind of, like, points at you and she's like,
So, you're here now. Hi.
Hi.
He said that he could do it. Honestly, I didn't think it would work. You're alive.
And Astral just says the infirmary is down the hall to the right. You should go rest for a little while.
It's an orc.
To make sure she's okay.
Who is she?
And she has, like, I would like to say that Quincy kind of has, like, this backpack on her. And, I gotta post Quincy's photo real quick.
Yeah, woo! I can't believe it.
I knew taking the spell teleport would pay off one day.
Oh my god. Max, I feel like we just screwed with one of your plot points. I apologize.
You did not actually.
Oh.
You helped me finish one actually.
Great.
And she kind of, like, slings the backpack off and like, opens it, and it's kind of like, it's very sturdy and protected, as if it was hiding something or hiding someone. And she opens it, and you see a very tired and mildly battered, kind of around Oric's age girl.
Oh, shoot.
And like Astral's going to approach and kind of like glance over this girl. Does she appear to be like injured, or is it more of like
She's
just kind of like roughed up?
Roughed up. She's sleeping.
Okay.
So Oric's rushing in, just so you know. Telepathic signals and all. He is casting heal as many times as he can.
like, oh my god! Like wait to see Zenith stand up for a second. He's looking straight. Then we hear running down the hallway.
Like the door flies open, and Oric just like.
And like Quincy, after Quincy and this girl are mostly okay, like Kane just kind of like stops. Like she just kind of grabs Oric's hands and just stops him. You've done what you can. Breathe, Oric.
Yes. Just Oric, if you could take them both to the infirmary, give them a bed, and let them sleep this off for a while. They look like they need it.
Yeah, of course. Oh. This is new.
I will see if Lawa can set up a room for them both.
Yep. Okay. Come on, Quincy.
And
Quincy
is just kind of like is wondering. She's trying her best. She's also keeping the backpack really close to her chest.
I have an entire garden ready. Healing garden.
Astral's gonna look up to Kane and just say, I know we did the right thing, but I cannot shake the feeling that this is going to come back and bite us somehow. But you know, he says this when Oric is out of earshot. By the way, he waits until Oric is like
And
not
Kane just
nearby.
says, maybe it will. But anything we do is gonna come back and bite us on the ass at this point.
Fair. Is there a town in between here and Lystine?
I thought we
I'm
just
sure.
did-
I'm sure we can come across some passive towns if we try hard enough.
I would prefer if we dropped them off in one of these towns. I would not want to bring them into this kind of fight.
As long. Honestly, they aren't safe. Not here. Not now. Not while the storm order is so prevalent here. Their best place would be
With us?
just with us. Because
I
from what I
mean-
can tell, this cart is really fucking warded. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yes, I've noticed that scry spells do not work unless you're using the mirrors.
Yeah.
You have to use the mirrors.
If we need to, we could send them out of dimension.
Do you have that kind of capability?
No, but we know plenty of interdimensional merchants now, don't we?
We have not
That
met
we
one
do.
in some time, aside from that one we met in the crossover town, but they are few and far between.
True.
I do know somebody who may be able to help. If we can find them.
Who are they?
His name is Aberrant.
I see.
He is a creature from the Fae. From Kelara, as he calls it. He's old as fuck.
Is he currently in the Feywild?
No, I believe he's wandering around here somewhere. I believe he's wandering up here somewhere.
We could
I haven't-
also. Oh, sorry, I thought you were done, Kane.
You're fine. And Kane continues, she says, just if we do find him, be wary of anything iron you may be wearing or have on you. He's not a fan of it.
I have noticed that iron has an effect on magical creatures,
It's specifically
especially creatures from the Fae.
It's specifically only 3 kinds of creatures from the Fae, like fairies, fairy dragons. 5 actually. It's 5 creatures. Fairies, fairy dragons, shifters,
I've also noticed that they have an effect
changelings,
on.
and
on-
shapeshifters.
I've also noticed they have an effect on vampires.
Sometimes.
Wait, are we talking about silvered weapons?
Iron.
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 Yes. Iron is poisonous to these creatures almost. It's like drinking
Silver. Poor
Yes,
werewolves.
It's like silver to werewolves. They will become very sick if they come in contact with it.
I hate being
Or
the
they will
stupidest
just-
person in the room.
Or they will just straight up burst into flames.
Oh.
Like
It's usually
ghosts.
vampires, though.
Vampires here don't typically burst into flame, unless you set them on fire.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. Yeah. I'm gonna take a step away from this conversation. You both are
Like,
way
what-
too smart for me.
Astro just like it just takes
A
some
dog
light
is smarter than you.
reading.
I love
Just
you
like
too, Kane.
Gestures to Idris. Oh my god.
We can't count Idris.
And Astro just says, very well. While they are here, Zenith, you and Org will be charged for watching over them.
Oh, you don't want that. We'll end up breaking something. Well,
I will keep watch of them. My troops, I'll
Might be a better idea.
make sure they won't do anything. Isn't that right, Son?
hey. I know I used to be the platoon clown. Literally.
I
But
don't
I'm
want to
not
hear it
stu-
from the person who orb in a tree and to eat it.
It was one time, and I drank jet fuel.
I don't care how drunk you were.
You dared me to do it.
I did nothing of the sort.
It's like. By the way, Zenith, would you prefer me to call you Zahn, or do you prefer Zenith?
Well, Zenith was supposed to be an undercover name. But, there's not much of that going on anymore, is there?
You know, if I were to pick an undercover name, I would not pick a name that starts with the same letter as my real name.
The thing with that was, I didn't pick it.
Did Oric pick it?
Yes. And it's also a title according to him. The Zenith is the peak of power and whatnot.
Typically the climax of battle.
And the climax of battle. So, naturally, picking the Zenith of the course. I'm literally using a word I don't know. Yeah.
You do that quite often, don't you?
I know
He
what
tries his
hankatonkeries
best.
means.
You know what means? What did you say?
Hankatonkeries. It means pie.
It was like
Zenith,
Astral
get the
just
fuck
says.
out.
Astral just says, Zenith, a hecatoncheires is not a pie. It is a horrifying creature that's I hope none of us ever meet.
Well, I didn't know that, but I also did know it didn't mean pie.
Just don't
I
you
mean,
have
to be
something
fair,
to do?
Zenith, shouldn't you be, watching over them?
Yeah, but
They're
I
probably
really don't
hungry.
want
You should
the
probably get
hugging
them some
fest that's
food.
going on there right now. So, yeah.
They're probably hungry. You should probably bring them some food.
Something soft and small, like applesauce.
Okay.
I don't know how long
I'm-
they haven't had food for.
I'm
Or soup.
I'm stupid, but I know how to take care of a dying person. You literally taught me this.
I was just
Then
reminding
stop
you.
talking and do it.
I am doing it. You don't see me do it. And he's like picking up multiple plates of applesauce.
Throw in some soup.
And
Where am I going to get that from?
probably-
The soup store?
Pick up
like
a
Astral
fucking bowl and wish for it.
Astral just says, we've used these tables before. Just ask for it.
Lawa, please, soup.
And Lawa just happily brings over, happily comes in and carrying a pot of soup.
Thank you.
With
I very much
bowls.
appreciate you.
And,
Let's go.
If they can keep down some bread, I would recommend that as well. But
Irish soda bread goes great with soup.
it does, especially tomato soup.
Soup. And Lawa's just very happy.
And Astral just like watches as Zenith rounds the corner and goes into the room, and he's like, I apologize, Kane, but sometimes it is just his mannerisms are hilarious.
He's still the person I trained. He's still the man I trained. The man I knew.
That's
And the person who I'm going to kick his ass. If he
You
just
better.
fucking get in the fucking med bay. Infirmary, whatever the fuck it is.
like Lawa. When they get in there, lock that door.
Okay.
Yes.
After the dark session, I hope the comedy's okay with you, Matt.
Yes.
yeah, definitely. And like Astra's like, you should probably make sure Orc is not crushing either of their spines. He hugs very hard.
Yes, he does. Yep, you're right. I will.
They're like Kane has like that wide-eyed moment. Oh no, I just left them alone with those two. Shit.
Like, it's not even that. She's just like, she kind of pinches the bridge of her nose and she's like, yeah, you're right. And she does go in there.
Woo! Garden of Healing.
And Astro's just like,
Yeah.
today was an interesting day. And that's probably where we can end session because it's 11.
Meanwhile, Nihilus is
Mhm.
still drinking in his room. Depression.
Unless you have something else you want to go over, Max.
Just. Oh, wait, that's not right.
Sorry about that, Max.
No, hey, comedy is like, at least in my eyes, comedy is always welcome in these
It is
sort of
always welcome.
situations.
It's always welcome.
It was one time.
One time.
One time you'll never forget.
That's because I don't remember it.
It's literally like that meme. It's like you learn how to cure cancer, like you climb Mount Everest, but you fuck a goat one time.
So I would like to say that it's kind of like time is passing. Zenith and Oric, you're catching up with Quincy and this girl who Oric remembers as Sophie, and she reintroduced herself. And as Lawa is kind of sitting there watching all this, you guys suddenly, like, Oric, you just happen to look up at the right moment, and you see a sudden, like, startled expression cross. This is ancient stones. I'm gonna fucking kill someone. Anyway.
You want to restart that? You want to restart that?
Out of here. Anyway, so you see Lawa has a startled expression as she kind of like grips her chest. And she
Lawa?
stumbles back. And
Lawa,
that is where we're ending session.
Oh my god, guys, Lao's having a heart attack.
See, I'm actually average height. You're short.
Hey, you're not average height anymore.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
I'm
Anymore.
average height. You can't take my inches.
I have taken your inches.
No, I bought
They've been
those from
stolen.
Walmart. You can't steal them.
I
Bro,
stole
the only
them.
person who lost the ability of being average height is me.
Yeah.
I went from average height to below average height.
Yep.
So
Very
No.
fast. Anyway, I've stolen your inches, Kirsten.
No, I need those back.
Go
You're
buy
wrong.
them. Go buy them from Bath and Body Works instead.
We'll buy them from the soup store.
The superstore.
Wait,
Why are
I'm
you in the
still
superstore?
5'3". Where'd you take the inches from? Shit,
You know
that's where
where.
my dick went.
Yes.
That's where it went. Fuck.
Your height? No. He knows you don't care about that. He took something personal.
I also took 2 other people's in this calls. I'm not telling you where they've gone. But
My dick fell off.
exactly. Well, not the sentient one, but the other one.
Max, I miss your sentient penis.
What?
Okay, what? Okay, like, I literally just put my headphones back on. What the fuck did I just hear?
I can't breathe.
So,
Okay, wait.
No, don't
Or-
explain.
Did I-
No, I want to
No.
explain the story. I want to explain the story because it's funny.
No. Before you explain anything, I just want to confirm what you heard, Silver, is what I said.
Did you say
heard-
sentient penis? Is that what you just said?
I told Max I missed his sentient penis.
God.
Okay, for context, we to basically customize our graphic design room for our senior year, one of our projects was to Mod Podge things onto D&D or tables. So we made the D&D table, and while we were doing this, we would just get into the most random conversations. And
We were.
so
I just
our-
want to point out we were spending
we-
hours just cutting out shit. So like,
yes.
just
So
sitting
we
around
would
the
get into
tables
the
cutting out
most.
shit.
We would get into the most random conversations. And by the way, our graphic design room was split into 2 classrooms. So we had like the one classroom where we'd sit down and do shit, and film,
A computer lab, as
and
well
then
as
a computer lab.
Yeah.
So we were in the classroom bit, and so people would just go in and out, grabbing stuff from their backpacks, taking a break to extend their legs and stop staring at a computer screen for 2 hours. And Kirsten and I got in this conversation about the fact that I had a 20-foot sentient penis that had a name that I don't remember anymore, and
It
would
was,
talk and have full conversations. And we had this entire conversation completely seriously, and eventually, thank God the teacher didn't walk in. But eventually, classmates were going in and out. They were stopping. They were listening to this conversation.
I
No.
stood there for a full 5 minutes
because
and
we
listened.
did not laugh. Like, we were sitting there, we were discussing the lore of Max's 20-foot sentient penis, that, like, it could wear hats, it could eat food. We were having a full in-depth conversation, because we were so mind-numb to just sitting there cutting out shit for hours. We were so serious about it, and so many people walked in and out. There were people on the other side of the room Mod Podging a different table, because they had, like, a music table they were Mod Podging of different, like, album covers.
Poor Chloe.
Poor Chloe. Every time people would listen to our conversation, and they were so confused. And people would walk in laughing, and we just look at them like, "Why are you laughing?" And it was full. We were serious for like 2 hours. It was like a 2-hour long conversation.
Fuck it. The context somehow made it worse. So I need a fucking drink.
I thought that was a gun.
No, I am going to drink myself to death tonight because that's the last thing I wanted to hear.
It was about Max's 20-foot sentient.
Nah, because it was a 2-hour-long conversation. We were so dead serious. Nah, because I just want to point out, one of the things we had to cut out was a bunch of tiny dice, because the border we made was out of rainbow dice. And they were like an inch big. And think like 200 to 500 little inch big like dice. Like paper sized dice. So like we were just mind numb.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever manage to get that table?
No.
We weren't allowed to have it.
Because they'd have to sell it at an auction, and then
they would technically have to auction it because it's a like school property, so it's like they can't sell it or give it away type thing.
It sucks because I have an empty bottle of tequila over there, and I really want to get fucking like